Our mission, Mental Health America Central Carolinas, is dedicated to providing help, offering hope, promoting mental wellness through advocacy, education, prevention in Mecklenburg and Cabarrus counties.
We offer a lot of trainings for free, which we're very proud of. We get a lot of funding to be able to do that.
You have, like, again, that sign when we walked in, it said peer support. So just being there like a team, a journey, relationships, beliefs. I always say, especially I remember when I got into this field, my mom was looking at me like, are you serious? Like, where are you really? And it's been 15 years that I've been in here. But I always tell everyone, like, even on a spiritual standpoint, I'm like, you can have Jesus and a therapist. Because I have, both. Like, I'm attending, like, I definitely a mental health advocate, a mental health clinician, and I go to therapy like it's my oil change. Like, I'm always constantly checking in, even if it's not where I'm doing it every week or every 2 weeks, but always that person to check in and say, girl, let me tell you, like, my clinic, because we all are, it's heavy, and life is life for everyone. So just making sure that you have that support with, just like Mental Health America, where we have that free service. You don't have to do it back to back to back. You can just have someone that you just want to check in with and say, I just got a release. 1 in 5 adults in the U.S. have a mental health disorder.
That's something I think that can be really helpful from a I want to support people standpoint, is understanding that, look at the numbers. I don't know exactly how many people are in this room, and I'll just self-disclose, anxiety disorder. I was diagnosed in my 30s with panic disorder. These are common things, right? And there's a lot of help and support out there.
When there is somebody who is down, who is depressed, has anxiety, those people that are in that place don't always know who to reach up to ask for help and to say something. And one thing that I've learned over a long period of time that is very helpful to show someone, like, I'm a safe person and I have empathy for you, is to say this phrase: do you want to vent or do you need advice?
Right? I don't have to say a whole lot. In fact, my mentor told me, God gave you 2 of these and 1 of these, right? We're going to do a lot more active listening than we are talking, and that's absolutely okay. That's where that kind of came in earlier about giving advice and reassurance. Megan, I want you to know there's a world of professionals out there. If that's something you need, what do you think we should do? I'm trying to help build in capacity for what's going to work best for my friend Megan. Megan might tell me, I'm making this up again, yeah, I've had those thoughts, but I don't want any help. I don't know what to do. And this is where it gets really tricky, because maybe we're not ready, right? We're just not used to somebody showing up who cares enough to say, I see you, and I'm asking you this really direct question. Megan, promise me you'll check in with me at the end of the day before we leave. I want to make sure you're okay. And most of the time, and I say high probability, they need time to process what you just said to them, that conversation. They're going to come back and say, yeah, I need help. Well, what does that look like? And that's our refer, right? She has a great relationship with her, I'll make this up, primary doctor. And maybe she has a therapist but hasn't seen them in a while. Let's sit down and make those phone calls together, right? Again, people don't want to die. They don't see a way or a pathway to get support for what they need. Our goal is to open up that dialogue and conversation so we can get to that place of support.
I think this is the start of that. I think, Larry, you doing this is phenomenal. Being a mental health advocate, when I see a meme or a video or something, I will put it on social media. And I've actually had people on my end, realtors on my end, on the builder side, judge me, because we work for corporations, right? So, I've had people, what's wrong with you? Why would you post that? That's unprofessional. And, that's why people don't speak up. That's why the majority of people that commit suicide, would never know.
What signs are we looking for, whether it's mental, or when do we dig deeper?
Some questions. And again, genuinely, authentically, with empathy. Hey, how are you? Is a great example, but are we willing to go a little bit deeper and say, I've noticed lately, using that I statement, I've noticed lately, you seem kind of sad.
Noticing, like, whether their activities may be different, or if you reach out and they say, hey, I'm asleep, or I'm in the bed all the time. or loss of appetite. So just knowing some symptoms and signs to look forward to, whether it's a depression or anxiety, those type of diagnoses.
So when we're saying in this room, how can we combat that within our community? The truth is, I challenge all of us to get to know and to really regularly know somebody in this room. Follow up like you do with your clients, but we follow up with our clients with a purpose. The same thing needs to happen here, where we're building those relationships, not for business, but those relationships in order to combat that, because this is a stressful industry.
Because a lot of times those people are letting us know that they're really not okay, and we hear them, but we're not listening. And if we actively listen, we will find out that they are giving us tips and they are giving us clues of what's going on, but we are so busy that we're not really listening.
And I feel like if someone's going to engage with me in the conversation, I have a responsibility to just be a kind person as daily as I can. I think that earns the space of someone saying, hey, can I talk to you?
Check in on your happy friends. Check in on your strong friends. Check in on your industry leaders.
Doesn't look like what we see in the movies. Stigma's there for a reason. There's a lot of really bad examples of what mental health challenges can look like. It's okay to talk about it. I think that's the big thing that we really want people to understand and take away. And there's help available.
What is that? When you hear self-care, what do you think of?
Golf.
Perfect.
Self-care is whatever recharges your battery, or locking yourself in the bathroom to play games on your phone for like an hour.
It can be anything. Well, other people make us sit or work. I enjoy, and I'm a country girl, I enjoy mowing my grass. Like putting my earbuds on and just blasting music. I have a son, and my neighbors look at me like, why she don't have that boy out there? And I'm just like, I want straight lines. I want to focus on this. I want to pull my weeds up myself, and he gets in the way.
I was actually thinking the exact same thing of, you can say no. And that means I'm a people pleaser. And if somebody asks me to do something, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go. I'm going to be there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to show up. But deep down, there's a lot of times I'm going, I really don't want to do this. Mm-hmm. This industry can drain us. We deal with bully agents. There are bully agents in our industry. And let me tell you, sometimes you can say, you know what? I ain't taking that phone call right now. Yeah. And you can say, no, I'll call him back in 10 minutes. Give me a breather. We cannot let our families slide to the background because we're so focused on our industry and being top producers and going above and beyond. And if you've noticed, when your family starts to slide off, your business is going up. But when your business is going down, your family's going up. And we have to find that nice balance in between.
Because family first, that's what self-care is about. Family first. It's not about the dollars, it's about your mental health, your sanity, and your family. And that's what mental health is about.
My self-care is saying yes. Everybody says no, but I say yes to the things that I've been putting off because I have to take care of everybody else. So I find time to do something for myself, and it's probably a purse or a phone case or something like that, but I say yes.
I would just say sunshine and exercise. Like a day like today, if you could get out and go on a walk, I mean, you get that melatonin and dopamine.
One thing I just want to mention really quickly, on all Mental Health America websites, from the national to all the affiliates, they have a campaign called Before Stage 4. And you can go online and take a screener. There's one for depression, anxiety. There's some for youth. There's a whole kind of list. It doesn't give you a diagnosis, but it gives you kind of a baseline of who you could talk to. Should you? Here's some recommendations. Ours are pulled from our local area, so that's cool. Take the screener. It tells you, hey, you're moderate, severe on the depression inventory. Print it out. You can take it. I can go to my doctor and say, I took this, what do you think? And that is just another tool for people to use to kind of open up that dialogue. You see a theme here? Is that kind of connection around conversations. So
if you are here today, please
speak up about what Next Agent Up is providing for agents and others in the community. We don't want the initiative here to be misconstrued. It is simply and most definitely collaboration over competition. It's a safe place. It's a non-judgmental zone. It was brought up in another group. Maybe we should start another group. Go make 20 of them if you can. But just understand that Next Agent Up is a safe place. At the beginning of my career, I connected through Larry just from a headshot, and then because of everything that he noticed in the industry, something else was needed for us. For us as realtors, brokers, real estate professionals, those that serve the industry, those that serve us. And that's how Next Agent Up was born. It was never, ever, ever, ever has it been a recruiting platform. And if you want to see me raise up, that's one of the ways that I will do it, because Next Agent Up was that place for me when I came into the industry and I noticed the bullies. So Next Agent Up gave me a reason to care, to share, to spread cheer, to remain positive, to not give up on humanity. But Next Agent Up is this place. It is a place where I can be my best self, where I cannot just I don't want to just do real estate. I want to do more than real estate, and Next Agent Up is that place for me. It gives me that outlet. I don't have to go create a new wheel. It's here. And we need more people like you filling the rooms, like you spreading the word about mental health, about the agency, about the resources. It's not about Next Agent Up, but it's about all of us in this room and the communities that we serve. So whether we start another group, support this group, whatever we have to do, let's just live.
So all of the charity events that Next Agent Up has done year over year, the Vegas Nights event and the Black Tie events, the money that you guys put in by purchasing your tickets is 100% donated to Mental Health America of Central Carolinas. And they've shared stats with us before on how that money has given them the ability to offer these free counseling sessions. So definitely share and let the community know that these resources are available, because we're doing this to feel grounded. We're doing this to feel like we can make a difference and that we can help someone feel that purpose again in life, and they have the resources. So we might not be therapists or clinicians ourselves, but everything that we do through this group and being the Next Agent Up has allowed for helping our community get these resources.
Thank you.